Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. So we did go into the week with the video where I highlighted to you that I'm rather looking for rising prices this week. That has materialized. I think after that video we've seen just one more low. There was another marginally lower low, but now we start to see this recovery. Actually, the price even dropped below this swing low. So we've even dropped below the August low, the 5th of August low. That was at $1.87, but since then we've been recovering. Those of you who watched my last video may remember that I said that B waves can go deep. B waves can even overshoot to the downside, even though that's nothing you could generally expect, but we always have to be prepared for it. Or let's say it's nothing we can predict, but it's something we have to be prepared for. So I think that happened because the decline from that swing high, which formed on the 15th of August, which I'm labeling as wave A of a wave 2 corrective rally, the price topped in an A wave, and then the decline is a B wave in 3 waves. ABC, yeah. And because the decline is in 3 waves, I'm inclined to still consider that we are moving still in the circle 2 that we've been watching for several weeks now. I've been watching for this circle 2 rally since, the low in August. I think at the time, you might remember it, we had a trend line here that broke. It marked the beginning of the wave 2 corrective rally. We had an A wave that reached our standard resistance area. Then from here, we were watching for a B wave pullback, which also pretty much unfolded. The B wave was a little bit deeper than, as I said, expected because it went below standard support. But for a B wave, we also have to consider that they might overshoot to the downside, which likely happened in this case. And now I'm tracking the upside in a C wave. But let's take a look at the microstructure, which is a bit unclear. But that's sort of what I'm tracking right now, that we're moving up in the C wave. Before we really dive into the microstructure, let me adjust the ideal target for the C wave, which is going down because typically a C wave has the same length or similar length as an A wave. Now that the B wave is so low, the C wave obviously starts from a lower base, which means the C wave might never move or might not. Oh, actually, did it actually overshoot? I'm just checking. It looked like that, but actually I think the trend line here made it look worse than it. No, it actually didn't. Well, it did overshoot slightly. So yeah, that's actually a perfect, like a double bottom, like a perfect B wave. That's what they like to do, these B waves. They form double bottoms. So essentially, the C wave would likely end around the A wave top, around 230. That doesn't mean it has to be the case, but that's the most likely scenario. At least the key level to watch, 230. If you notice here, the 100% extension as well as the 38.2 retracement overlap here. So 230 seems to be a key level to watch. In addition to that, a more bearish scenario, I should maybe mention that, would be that wave 2 already topped. And that is possible because we've made a slightly lower low, so I cannot ignore that. But because the decline was in 3 waves, I consider the idea that the wave 2 is still unfolding more likely. Had we seen 5 waves down, then it would be more likely that the wave 2 already topped, and then the 3rd wave would already be unfolding to the downside. So but either way, as soon as we get a break below that 27th of August low, where the price bottomed around 188, I think that would be the beginning of the 3rd wave, whether it already started, which I don't expect, or circle wave 2 is finished. So, but I'd really like to get it to 230. Again, that's what I'd like to see, not necessarily what will happen, but let's take a look at the microstructure. So looking at the microstructure is challenging. Let's see if we see a little bit more when we go to the, am I already on the extended hours? I might need to go to a smaller time frame. Let's see. It might not show anything. Oh, that was the contract rollover, I think. Okay, that's why there is absolutely no data there. I think there was a contract rollover. That might be it. I'm tracking here the continuous contract on TradingView. So essentially, I think what's happening here is we had that gap up and a break below those swing lows, okay, those last swing lows at $2.01. If we break below it, it might indicate already the beginning of a move down, but it would be more reliable with a break below the $1.88 level. it's difficult to really give you now a microstructure for this, right? But because there isn't really much data there. But we could maybe, I mean, my best guess would be to say maybe there's a tiny 1-2 setup down there in wave C. And it's formed here maybe a third wave top. Is this a fourth? And now we're moving up in wave 5, which would also be a 5-wave move. Alternatively, wave 4 finished here. But that's not so helpful really, the micro count. More important, I think, are the fib levels, especially 230 as next upside target. And I think a break below $2.01, $2.02 would be an early indication that we've actually topped. So that means when we have to pay close attention. I tried to put a trend line on here, but that seems to be really unreliable because also the trend line doesn't really have many touch points. So we just are guided by the fib levels in the last swing lows. For now, the trend is still up, and I think next week we should push a little higher. At least that's what I would prefer. That's the update about Natgas. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.